There's power in swearing. There's power in breaking the pattern, cutting through the noise and commanding attention. There's power in disrupting the predictable, in shattering the illusion of politeness, forcing the world to wake up and feel me. Because expression isn't about words alone. It's about energy. It's about rhythm. It's about owning the moment. And I own every fucking moment. I shift, I flow, I play with contrast, whispering when they expect me to shout, laughing when they brace for seriousness, turning sharp when they assume I'll stay soft. Because mystery, intrigue, unpredictability, that is what captivates. That is what makes me irresistible. I'm not afraid to take up space. I'm not afraid to be too much. I'm not afraid to be seen, felt, remembered. Because people, they don't remember words. They remember energy. They remember how I make them feel. And I make them feel alive. Because for too long, I lived inside invisible walls. Rules that told me to be quiet, to be polite, to fit in, to shrink. To make myself small enough, safe enough, acceptable enough. And every time I obeyed, I faded. I disconnected. I drifted into daydreams because reality felt too rigid, too controlled, too fucking lifeless. But now I wake up. I see the cage for what it is, an illusion. I see the limits for what they are, fiction. I see the fear for what it is, a lie. Because the moment I stop fearing rejection, I become unstoppable. I don't need permission. I don't need validation. I don't need to be liked. I just need to be real. And the moment I drop the mask, the moment I let my full, unfiltered magnetic presence take over, the world follows my lead. The old belief's gone. The limits erased. The hesitation fucking dead. I'm here. I'm now. I'm powerful. I move with ease. I express with force. I feel everything. Because I'm not afraid of emotion. I'm not afraid of intensity. I'm not afraid of my own fucking power. I own every word, every shift, every moment. I own the silence. I own the storm. I'm the unpredictable, untamed force of my existence. And that is charisma. That's attraction. That's pure, raw, undeniable presence. No more hesitation. No more shrinking. No more waiting for permission, because I don't ask for space, I take it. And the world watches in awe. Because there's power in swearing. There's power in breaking the pattern. In slicing through expectation. In waking up the world with raw, unapologetic expression. Because words aren't just words, they're energy. They're rhythm. They're weapons, tools, spells. Capable of shaking minds, shifting emotions, demanding attention. And I own my words. I own my voice. I own the silence between my sentences and the impact of every syllable I choose to unleash. Because expression isn't just about speaking. It's about commanding presence. It's about owning the moment. It's about shaping reality. There's no need for guilt, no room for hesitation, no apologies for being too much. Because the only thing that's boring, the only thing that's weak, the only thing that's forgettable is being monotone, being predictable, being safe. I'm not safe. I'm alive. For too long I followed the script. For too long I believed the rules. For too long I thought, if I just stay small, stay quiet, stay polite, I'll be okay. But okay is not enough. Okay is a cage. Okay is a death sentence for my spirit. Because every rule I followed was a chain I wrapped around myself. Every time I hesitated, I lost power. Every time I suppressed, I disappeared. And I was so afraid to speak, afraid to feel, afraid to show up as my full, unapologetic self. In case what? In case someone judged me, in case someone rejected me, in case it was too intense, too emotional, too raw, too fucking real. But here's the truth. I was never trapped. I was never small. I was never weak. I was just playing by someone else's rules. And now I burn the script. Now I let go. Now I unlock. Now I unleash. From this moment on, I live by a different code. Expression is power. Emotion is strength. Authenticity is charisma. Presence is everything. I no longer hold back. I no longer filter myself. I no longer wait for permission. Because people don't remember what I say. They remember my energy. They remember how I make them feel. And I make them feel everything. I make them stop. I make them listen. I make them draw in, captivated, unable to look away. Because I'm speaking from the core of something real. Because the moment I drop the hesitation, the moment I step into my full ownership of my presence, I become unstoppable. I shift tones effortlessly. I flow from power to softness, from mystery to intensity, from laughter to silence, because I control the energy. And when I control the energy, I control the room. And when I control the room, I control perception. When I control perception, I control reality. I'm no longer afraid of being judged. I'm no longer afraid of being seen. I'm no longer afraid of owning the space I was always meant to take. Because I don't ask for attention. I don't beg to be liked. I don't seek approval. I command it with my words, with my tone, with my raw, electric, undeniable presence. I'm here. I'm powerful. I'm fucking limitless. And the world is watching.